the district really, and I was keen. And when you're overwhelmed by something, you can't. It's like the sand crabs I was talking about, or the yabbies in the water earlier. You tend to let your guard off when it's breeding season, then the other fish will eat you. So if you let your guard off when you're in the bush, you're going to get eaten, or you're going to fuck up, or something's going to go wrong. So try and keep your guard all the time. But things like keeping your guard is being so keen, seeing your best bids jump off the car, you leave your car running, your UHF on the front seat, thinking that the pig's so close to your car you're going to get it within 10 metres, but then a mob of pigs runs through you in front of you, and then your dog goes in another direction on another pig, and then your other dog's out there, and you know every dog's bark, and you haven't got tracking collars. And I didn't run tracking collars for a long time, and it was the best thing I ever came across. One night I got so deeply lost to the point where it was the first time I ever felt dehydrated in my life. And I had no dog leads and no collars, and I couldn't keep my dogs from catching pigs. There was that many in the scrub. And to the point where I'm screaming and telling them to stop. And I've never done that before because I've always pushed them to catch. So anyway, I found a bit of fence wire and ended up getting my belt that I had on and made like makeshift collars for the dogs. I think I had a bit of rope as well. And put the fencing wire through the four of them and tried to navigate my way back through smoky, fiery bush. And I think I was out there for, I felt lost just before sunrise, and when the sun came up I felt better, but for a minute there I was so deeply lost in the bush, in the black, with no light, nothing but a dog bark and wild pigs running everywhere. And then I had air brakes in a road train, Echo, which gave me indication that the road that I was travelling on is in front of me, because from the mapping and what I'd done before I went on that venture, I knew there was only one road. So that's what saved me pretty much. I came out and found a road train where I'd blocked the road with my car that was still running from dawn till dusk. So whatever time that was, 12 hours, and about a half a dozen Aboriginal blokes drinking me piss, which is the fresh esky of ice I had taken out from my little leisurely night hunt that I was going on that turned into a fucking disaster. And I came back into where I was late for work. I was flipping hamburgers and doing fuel at the Laura Roadhouse, thanks to a very good friend of mine that sent me up there to work with his sister and her brother-in-law, two of the nicest people I've ever met. Looked after me very well and made me the better man that I am these days. I don't know if I ever thanked them. I think I did. They thanked me a lot. And I walked into where I'm flipping burgers, and the lady Anna said to me, "What the fuck's happened to you?" So I hadn't seen a mirror. So I went into my donga where I had a mirror, and I just couldn't even fucking recognise myself. All I could see was a set of eyes. My whole body was charcoal because I'd been wrestling, fucking stabbing, running through fucking burnt trees, going sticking pigs all night long. And just, that was the story about that one. I don't know if I told it as best as I could, but I can smell this. I pretty much snotted and coughed smoke for about 2 days running through that. And the fires all started from a lightning strike. They weren't deliberately lit. There was a massive storm the night before. And then there was a big rainfall which simmered it all down, but then a really strong northerly came through and got the fucking bushfire going when I was out there. So I had a weather pattern change as I started doing my run. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So I've gone from, it'd be a nice night for 100, that'd be settled out there because there'd be a bit of water and dew about on the ground and easier to track pigs and all that, because you don't know that you're going to go out there and just have one run in front of your car on cue, which sometimes happens. And I ended up basically risking myself and my dogs, and once I got kind of into the scrub, the whole fucking joint went orange everywhere, and it was an amazing feeling. And that's the first time I've ever been lost, and the last time. Proper death. Like when I seen my car, I was pretty much not far off going to my knees. Really? Yeah. And all I did was put ice in my mouth, and it was the most beautiful fucking ice cube I've ever had in my entire life. I didn't even touch the beer. I just put a big cube in my mouth, leaned up against the truck, and I just didn't even lift my head up when I put it down and said, "Who the fuck are you blokes?" Because when you go through something like that, you don't give a fuck if Hulk Hogan's on your car. You're that fucking angry, and you're going to take on the fucking world, especially with 6 dogs and a knife. Get off me fucking car. Boy, no, right, I might fucking know need to go. What the fuck? What happened to you anyway? Look, fuck. You know, and I'm like, I am. And then my kind-heartedness walked around, shook my hands, and my name's Crackers. And one of the blokes said, "Oh no, you are the bloke fucking does deedle down the road there, eh?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You been there a while, eh?" I go, "Yeah, been there a while." He goes, "You fucking love your pig, aren't you? Look at you." So I think I never got worried about eradicating pigs and killing them and leaving them in one spot, because I was also doing something for the fucking forest or the bush. But I loved bringing meat back to give to locals. That was one of my favourites.